Welcome to Bador Fish. Today we're going to be talking about the platy fish and how to care for it. This isn't a full guide on the aquarium hobby or how to keep platies, but this is just some general tips and some general things that I've learned. First, we're going to start off by talking about just the different types of platies. I personally own southern platies, or also known as rainbow wag platies, and I own green lantern platies. All varieties are generally the same in terms of care. First, we're going to start by talking about water parameters. Where I'm from, the water is a little harder, meaning it has a higher TDS, but they seem to love it. They seem to do fine in it. I've heard platies and guppies and kind of all those live bears are hardier fish, so they can live in a variety of water parameters in terms of TDS and KH and pH. In terms of water changes, I do one water change that's about 25 to 30% every week. This seems to keep the nitrites low, seems to keep the fish happy and healthy, and I haven't had any issues with disease or anything like that. For food, I used flake food, but I highly recommend using live foods such as brine shrimp or live worms, and if I had the funds, I would definitely be using live food right now. For tank size, a good rule of thumb is about 1 inch of fish per every gallon of water. Platies can be like 1 inch to 1.5 inches, so I'd recommend 4 to 6 platies in a 10-gallon tank. They are schooling fish and should be kept in groups of at least 3, in my opinion. For my filter, I just use hang-on back filters and sponge filters, and those seem to work great. They seem to do fine with flow, although I wouldn't do too much. I have noticed that they do struggle to swim against incredibly strong flow. For breeding platies, they pretty much do it themselves. As long as you have a male and a female in a tank, they'll probably breed. Although I recommend having a ratio of 2 to 3 females per every male as to avoid aggression. To tell if a platy is male or female, you can look at the fin, right where their body ends and where their tail starts. It's called the anal fin, and if it's pointy like an arrow, it's usually male. Males also tend to be smaller and have more vibrant colors. Females are larger, they have a fanned anal fin, and they're less colorful generally. Platy fish are live bearers, which means instead of laying eggs, they raise the fry inside their stomachs for a little bit, similarly to how mammals do, and they birth them as free-swimming fish. It takes the females 3 to 4 weeks to lay their fry after being put in a tank with a male, and the female can lay anywhere from 20 to 70 fry, so make sure you have the space for that, or you have somewhere to give the fry to if they overtank the tank. However, they will get eaten by the parents. Platy fish will eat their fry. Though not 100% necessary, I also highly recommend putting plants in a tank. Plants in a platy tank not only look great, but are fantastic for the tank's biology and health, and will really help your platies to be healthy in the long run. Platy fish live for about 3 to 5 years, if well taken care of and in proper containment. Platy fish are beautiful fish, and I wish you great luck in keeping them, raising them, whatever you plan to do with them. Thank you guys for watching.